Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Throwback Thursday. I am absolutely having so much fun with this series. Today's eyeshadow look is going to be created using the palette that you voted on. If you'd like to have a voice, this is the Modern Renaissance palette, that's what we're going to use today. If you'd like to have a voice and a say into what palette I use next, make sure to follow me on the community tab here on my channel. I post a lot of just comments, questions, thought-provoking things of the days, polls. It's a great way for me to communicate with you, especially those of you who choose not to be on other social media platforms, which I also have. Those are always linked down below: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you know the drill. Always linked down below for you to follow me elsewhere if you would like to. But today, get yourself a cup of coffee. Isn't this the cutest cup ever? My friend Jelena sent this to my husband for Christmas, and it's, you know, Gumby. Welcome if you are new. All of my previous Throwback Thursday eyeshadow palette looks will be in a playlist linked below. I've already done 2 looks. This is the 3rd one, and I can assure you this series is going to continue until I have no more eyeshadow palettes to create looks with, which will be a while because, quite frankly, you can create several looks with one palette. So we're just going to make this a year-long series. I'm really enjoying making looks and creating content with things we all already own. I feel like YouTube has kind of turned into a paid program situation where we're all advertising new things, and obviously getting new things is fun, and I watch new videos too, but not all of us are able to go out and get the newest thing, and just because it's new doesn't mean it's better or greater. I also feel like YouTube is a great place for us to just sit down and chat like this. This is my favorite part. This is what I enjoy. I enjoy creating content that I also myself enjoy watching, and I enjoy just sitting down and listening to my favorite people, watch them put on makeup, talk about their favorite things, maybe their not so favorite things, tips, tricks, real life stories. That's what I like, so that's what we're doing. Milani eyeshadow primer, if I didn't mention it, is what I just put on my eyes. I also think there's a huge place for just sitting down and creating makeup looks, because that's what started me. That's what got the flame brewing for my love for makeup. It's just that creativity, And within this creative aspect here, it also opens doors to talk about things that are relatable, that could help somebody, that could encourage somebody. And so I find that if you can mash all those together with a good cup of coffee or a great glass of wine, that's amazing, fun content. So the #1 pick this week was the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. I had given you a list of 3 to choose from, so I'm actually going to film the next 2 weeks, the next 2 that were also on there, because they were pretty much, all 3 of them are really tied for a while, but then at the end here, the Modern Renaissance pulled out. I know this is the newest of the 3 palettes I had put up, so I will do the next 2, and then we'll do another poll here and see what we'll use next. So I'm just taking a Real Techniques, and I always set my shadow. If you've watched these videos, you know, I always set my shadow with something skin toned. So we're going in with Tempera, which is a matte cream shade. And I really like this big setting brush because it covers a lot of surface area quickly. Now, if you have really small eyes, this might be way too big for you, but I have a lot of lid space, and this works perfect. I'm going to start with one of my favorite shades in here, which is probably the most cool toned. The Buon Fresco here, it's like a matte dusty mauve. I love matte dusty mauve shades. It's the most, it is really the most different cool toned in here, but I like cool toned shadows a lot. But I think we'll warm it up, but I just kind of want to start with this. This is a MAC 224. Once again, I'm going in without a plan, so I'm hoping this pulls out here. I love the slight purple haze of a shadow that this color creates. Okay, so I have not purchased the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I do like the colors in it. Now, there are duplicates in that palette as far as shades. So there's shades in that one that are also in other Anastasia palettes that I own. And so that's like my one thing. I'm like, well, how many of the same shadow do I need? Now, I really like her eyeshadows. I've never created an ugly look. They've never not worked for me. But what do you guys think? Do you want me to purchase that palette, do a look with it? I know there's a ton of reviews out there, so I'm not really interested in doing a review per se, because I've already seen it in person and kind of swatched it, and I have already watched several different reviews on it and whatever. I think it's one of those things where I like the palette, I like all of the colors, but I have kind of similar things already. And it's that whole thing of like, how many of the same types of shades do you need, just in different formulas kind of thing. if someone were to give it to me, I'd love it and use it, put it that way. If I were to get it on sale, I'd buy it. I'd pay full price for it, but if I get it on sale, I'm totally okay with waiting. Oh, Gumby, you're so cute. How do you guys feel about this lens? I kind of like using this lens that doesn't blur out the background too much for these kind of videos where we're just like throwback, sitting, chilling, because I feel like it's more homey, it's more welcoming, it's more like you're actually here when I don't have the background really blurred. But I like the background really blurred for other types of videos, so you let me know down below if this kind of lens is better for this type of video. Now I'm going to go in with this brush. This is a 227 Luxe Soft Definer from Zoeva, and I'm going to go into this Antique Bronze shade. Now there are a lot of hot pink shades in this palette. I recently did, with the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, that throwback look was with hot pink, so if you want to see a hot pink look, I'm going to refer you to that video, because I don't know if I want to do that hot pink love letter shade today, because I kind of did a look similar to that. So I'm trying to create different looks, you know. I have something in mind. We might incorporate a little bit of it, but if you want a primarily really warm, fun look, check out that look. So I don't know if you've noticed, but my upload schedule now is Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and so Chit Chatterday is making a return, guys. I kind of fill out the wagon of Chit Chatterday, and I like to keep my Saturday videos either like a review or some sort of chit-chat type of video. I think all my videos are chit-chat style, but I purposely like to leave that video for a topic where we discuss things. Comment below if you've been here since the beginning of Chit Chatterday. The Chelsea OGs. You know how everybody has like a, what is it even called? Like some people have a name for their people. Like, I consider you guys friends, so, but you know how they like make up a name, not like an acronym, but like the Gary gals or something like that, you know? What should we be called? You guys are creative. I'm sure you'll come up with something fabulous. Okay, I want to take a little bit of this red ochre color right here, and this is a very small but dense packing brush. It's called a Short Shader E20 by Sigma. It looks like so. This is a nice red-brown shade. Not too pink though, more red. Now I'm going to go back into the Antique Bronze a little bit with this small brush. This is a MAC 221, and just blend those two colors together. Now I'm going to take a Sigma E54 medium sweeper. And ooh, which color do I want to go into? I'm going to go into Primavera right here. It's a nice golden-y color. Golden champagne. Ooh, yeah, that is pretty. And put that on my lid. You know, when I first bought this palette, when it first released, I also did a look there. I'll actually link that look below too, because I used those, like the shade Love Letter, like this pink and this color in that look as well. We can revisit some of these palettes too and just create absolutely different looks. We could even do a series where we take a palette and try to create as many different looks as possible with it. There's an idea. Now I have to do what I always like to do. I'm going to take a clean brush. This is a Luxe Crease number 228 from Zoeva, and I'm going to dip into this burnt orange color right here, ever so slightly, and just add a little bit of warmth through this crease. Really soft, like a whisper. Kind of like when you see a sunrise or a sunset, there's a beautiful gradient, and there's just ever so softly a whisper of color at the edge. Yes, okay. Upper brow bone, we're just going to take this matte brow color right here, and we're going to shimmy that up in here. I'm actually going to take a little Vermeer. This is the E47, by the way, from Sigma. And we're going to pop that right here in the inner corner. We're going to move on to liner. I'm going to be using the Pixie plus Wiley Hung Black Liner Duo. And what I'm first going to do is I'm going to take the felt, nope, not that one. I'm going to take the kohl liner, because this is dual. We have felt on one side and a kohl on the other. I have an entire video on these Pixie, like their most recent collaborations they did. I have a review video on all of those products if you'd like to check that out, but this was included in that video. And I'm going to just really get this on my upper lash line here. Excuse me. A felt tip is much more user-friendly or beginner-friendly than an actual liquid liner with a brush, because it's that you really have to have a steady hand with, and after 3 cups of coffee, mama ain't so steady. So I don't like to create a wing, but I am going to create like my little flick that I like to create. I've kind of lost faith in this lash curler. I think it's probably seen better days. And I don't know, I do this, but I don't notice that it holds my curl all that well anyway. So basically I just run the risk of pinching my eyelid. I'm going to take a little bit of the CoverGirl Super Sizer Mascara here. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of something underneath here, but I don't want to go too heavy today. I like how it's just a little bit more of an eye-opening thing to leave your lower lash line kind of just really fresh looking. But I do want to do just a little bit of definition, so I think what I'm going to do is dip into the Antique Bronze shade a little bit here with a pencil brush. I'm going to carry the color that we have out here down onto the lower lash line. I like how it makes it look cohesive when you can see that the color out here is carried on down here. I feel like in a way it can look a little bit incomplete if it's left completely blank. Now that's just my personal opinion. I'm going to take just a little bit of the red ochre, same brush, and go a little over the bronze and about halfway into my eye here. And then that Primavera color, she's going to go right down here between the inner corner shade and the red. Finish off with the mascara. Now I am liking this mascara for my lower lash line because of the teeth. I can really grab the lashes, coat them, and pull them where I want. For blush, I'm going to dig into my MAC palette here because I think all of these tones, quite frankly, any of these. I mean, you can mix and match any of these, but I want to do something that has a little bit of warmth in it, a little bit peachy, but I'd like a slight red undertone. So I think I'm going to go with this color, which is Pinch Me. That is a matte color by MAC. This is a MAC short-handled 129 brush. This is a beautiful color, wow. Pairs really well with this eye look. I bought a new Real Techniques setting brush and it actually looks different. It's fluffier and the ends of the bristles are wispier. More like a duo fiber brush versus the setting brush I used initially to set my eyeshadow primer. So here's what the new one looks like. It's just a lot more like fluffy and frilled out. So I thought this would be great for highlighter. So today's highlighter I'm going to be using the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight, which is a beautiful, soft, glow from within highlighter. Excellent if you have texture or more mature skin. And if you have perfect skin, still excellent because it really just looks naturally gorgeous. Ugh. Maybe throw a little up here too. I don't ever skip my Cupid's bow either because, I mean, until you drink something then it goes away, but it looks pretty initially. And for the old Instagram photo and YouTube thumbnail and all that jazz. Competition's getting steep out there, guys. I gotta step my highlighter game up. You know, I used to think I was a competitive person, and I am, but you throw me in with a bunch of other people, I suddenly become not so competitive. I'd rather just let them do it, you know what I mean? Especially if it's an area I'm not super confident in, like makeup. For my lips, I'm going to line them with MAC's Half Red Lip Liner. This is one of those really great in-between tones lip liner. More unique in my collection. And then we're going to do Ciate's Liquid Velvet in the shade Pinup. Now this is a liquid lipstick, but it's not a disgusting formula of a liquid lipstick. It's whipped and almost like moussey. It's a very comfortable formula. So here's the finished look. I love how it turned out. I love that this palette, you really can lean into the oranges or the pinks if you want to. You can also get a really easy everyday look out of it. But I love the conjunction of a red with a gold. I think this look is, it's kind of like fall, but it's just really beautiful. But it's not so colorful that you could not wear this for daytime. Absolutely, you could do these colors for daytime. And if the red lip is a bit much for you, pair it with something else. I mean, you really could do it with a pink lip. I was actually thinking pink, but I decided I haven't worn this color in a while, and it's one of those kind of unique reddish shades, but not really red. And so I really love how the whole thing has turned out. Ooh, wrong way. We don't want to go that way. So if you are interested in this foundation, the review will be up on Saturday. All the rest of this. Thank you guys so much for watching and for joining me today. I love this series. I'm really enjoying just really delving into my collection, loving what I already have, and I think this is just a very important type of video to bring here to the YouTube community, which is absolutely saturated with new. I mean, our culture is absolutely saturated with buy this, get this, the new and latest thing. This will make you better. This is more awesome. But let's remind each other that we already have good stuff. And more and more and new doesn't make you happy anyways. It's just really loving on what you already have and finding a true love for that. That's where the happiness lies. And I can tell you truly, I'm happier now doing all these throwback videos than I've been hauling things left and right. So give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what else you would like me to do, if there's any palettes, but I will be creating a poll too in the future here once we catch up on all of the requested palettes already. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll chat real soon. Bye, guys.